Feeling overwhelmed by life. It's easy to get caught up in the constant noise and uncertainty. Finding calm and positivity can seem impossible, but it doesn't have to be. Ancient Buddhist teachings offer simple, practical wisdom for finding peace, even in the midst of chaos. In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful lessons inspired by these timeless teachings. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actionable steps you can start using right now to cultivate calm and positivity, no matter what life throws your way. And stick around until the end for a bonus tip that brings everything together. Let's begin our journey to a calmer, brighter life. Lesson 1: Mindfulness is key. Imagine carrying 2 heavy bags, one filled with regrets about the past, and the other with worries about the future. Exhausting, right? That's how many of us live, weighed down by thoughts that pull us away from the only moment we truly have, the present. Mindfulness is about putting those bags down. It's the practice of being fully present, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. When you focus on the present, you let go of past mistakes and future uncertainties. You experience life as it happens, not as it was or could be. Try this simple mindfulness exercise. Pause, take a deep breath in, noticing the air filling your lungs. Hold it for a moment, then breathe out slowly through your mouth, focusing on the sensation of the air leaving your body. Notice the rising and falling of your chest, the sound of your breath. You can also do a quick mindfulness check-in. Take a few moments to observe your surroundings. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? How does the air feel on your skin? Mindfulness doesn't magically erase life's challenges, but it gives you the clarity and calm to face them. By staying present, you reclaim your energy and find peace in the now. With practice, mindfulness becomes a way of life. Lesson 2: Embrace impermanence. Everything in life is constantly changing. Seasons change, relationships evolve, and we change too. Buddhism calls this ever-changing nature of life impermanence. This might sound unsettling at first, but it's actually incredibly liberating. Impermanence teaches us that neither our joys nor our struggles will last forever. It reminds us to appreciate the present moment, because life is in constant flux, and every experience is just a passing wave. This is especially helpful during difficult times. Knowing that pain is temporary can help us stay calm. We shouldn't fight change or fear loss, but accept it as a natural part of life. Think about a hard time you've been through. It probably felt overwhelming at the time, but the pain faded, and life went on. That's impermanence in action. No storm lasts forever. Practice gratitude for the present moment. Enjoy your happiness, knowing it's precious and won't last. During tough times, remind yourself that tomorrow will bring its own challenges. Nature is a great teacher. Watching leaves change color or a flower bloom and fade reminds us of the cycles of life. When we accept impermanence, we learn not to cling to things we can't control, and we find peace in the ebb and flow of life. Every moment can be embraced without fear of change. Lesson 3: Cultivate compassion for yourself and others. Compassion is a gentle light that softens the harsh edges of life. It's recognizing the pain in others, and yourself, and responding with kindness and empathy. It's a powerful force that can transform individuals and communities. We're often kind to others, but how often do we show that same kindness to ourselves? Many of us are our own harshest critics. Compassion starts within. Treat yourself like you would a friend, and you'll create a foundation for positivity and emotional balance. Compassion for others is equally important. When you approach people with empathy, even those who irritate you, you begin to see their struggles and their humanity. This doesn't mean condoning bad behavior, but it does help you let go of anger and bitterness, which ultimately hurt you more than them. Connecting with others through compassion reduces feelings of isolation and makes life feel more meaningful. Try this simple compassion meditation. Take a deep breath and relax. Close your eyes and imagine someone you care about deeply. Wish them happiness, health, and peace. Then, turn your focus inward and imagine a warm light surrounding you as you repeat the same wishes for yourself. Finally, extend this compassion to someone you struggle with or don't know well. This practice softens your heart and helps you let go of negativity. Compassion isn't just about doing, it's a state of being that heals both the giver and the receiver. Cultivating compassion deepens your connections and brings more positive energy into your life. Lesson 4. Practice detachment from negative thoughts. Sometimes our thoughts are light and fluffy, like clouds. Other times, they're heavy and stormy. We often get caught up in these storms, clinging to our negative thoughts as if they define us. Buddhism teaches us to observe our thoughts without getting entangled in them. Detachment helps us loosen the grip of our minds so we can choose how to respond, rather than being swept away by every thought. When we practice detachment, we realize that thoughts are just thoughts, they're not facts, and they don't have to control us. Negative thoughts like anger, fear, and self-doubt can arise, but they don't have to stay. By simply observing them without judgment or attachment, they pass naturally, like clouds drifting across the sky. Try this visualization technique. Imagine you're sitting by a peaceful river. Every thought is a leaf floating downstream. Whether it's a regret about the past, a worry about the future, or self-doubt about the present, visualize placing that thought on a leaf and watching it float away. This trains your mind to see thoughts for what they are, temporary, fleeting, and powerless over you unless you choose to hold on to them. With practice, you'll be able to release negative thoughts more easily, creating a calmer, clearer state of mind. You don't have to hold on to every thought that comes your way. Detachment allows peace to return naturally. Lesson 5. Breathe to anchor yourself. When life feels chaotic, your mind races with stress. It's hard to stay centered. The simplest and most powerful tool for regaining calm is your breath. We breathe all the time, but we often forget its power. Focusing on your breath can immediately center you and bring you peace in the present moment. When you're in a stressful situation, slow your breathing and become aware of it. You don't have to change it, just notice it. Use your breath to bring your attention away from distractions and worries. It's a simple act of awareness that has an immediate calming effect because it brings you back to the here and now. Deep belly breathing is a great technique. Find a comfortable seated position and place one hand on your belly. Breathe in through your nose, letting your belly expand. Hold the breath for a moment, then slowly release it through your mouth, letting your belly fall. Repeat a few times, concentrating on each breath. Deep breathing activates the body's relaxation response and reduces the physical symptoms of stress. With consistent practice, you'll condition yourself to return to your breath whenever you feel overwhelmed. Eventually, this simple practice will teach you how to be present, calm, and centered, no matter what life throws your way. Focusing on your breath reconnects you with the present moment, the key to finding peace in chaos. Lesson 6. Accept what you cannot control. One of the most liberating lessons of Buddhism is that we can't control everything. Some things are simply beyond our control. Life can be unpredictable, but it's in accepting what we can't control that we find peace. Our suffering increases when we resist or fight what we can't change. Acceptance allows us to let go of unnecessary stress and create space for calm. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means facing reality and changing how you respond to it. Letting go of the need to control the uncontrollable frees up energy that you can then direct towards the things you can control: your actions, your reactions, and your mindset. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. You feel frustrated and anxious about being late. You have two choices: fight reality and become increasingly agitated, or accept the situation as it is. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop trying to get to your meeting. It simply means understanding that the traffic is beyond your control. Once you accept this, the frustration begins to lessen. You might even take a deep breath, remind yourself that you can only control your own reactions, and focus on something calming, like listening to music or practicing mindfulness. Acceptance changes your relationship with difficult situations. It doesn't solve the problem, but it does solve the problem of suffering because of the problem. It allows you to embrace what is beyond your control and find peace in the present moment. The more you practice acceptance, the quieter your inner world will become, even when your outer world feels chaotic. As we conclude, remember that growth is a journey, not a destination. The wisdom shared today is not something to master immediately, but something to practice and embody over time. It takes patience, both with the process and with yourself. The key is to take one step at a time.